I'm living upside down.
Hi there, Mike Towner here with Angie Brammer on our Facecast for Upside Down that we're doing here, the devotional. And today we're going to be looking at day 18 that Angie wrote. First of all, I want to say hello, Angie, and welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Angie, you wrote this devotional for us, and thank you for doing that. You wrote a few of them in our book here. This one's entitled Work Gloves and a Mission. What was the lesson out of that day for you?
It's so neat how, as you go about your day, how God will just show up, and just use, I don't know, the way a tree may blow or the leaves or, the grass and speak to your heart. He just kind of will capture me every once in a while. And this particular day, I had a mission in mind and something to do. I didn't really I wasn't thinking spiritually at the time. And I pulled the mulch out and started working, and my 4-year-old was busy playing. And I thought, wow, he's busy, I'm going to get this done. And he walks over and he brings his little work gloves over and he wants to help, So at first I'm thinking, oh man, why can't you just play with your trucks, But it kind of, it spoke to my heart, because as he began to mimic what I was doing, it was just kind of sweet, the way his little heart was so focused on helping. It wasn't that he wanted to play and throw the mulch, but he had a sincere heart and really wanting to help Mommy. And so it just really spoke volumes to me of how often, God allows us to help him. He could do it himself really quickly and perfectly, yet he allows us to sit beside him, and he molds us and shows us how he wants us to do the project. And I don't know, it just spoke to me that day.
Can you share with us a little bit about how this whole week is strong thing is affecting you? What is God teaching you in this whole thing?
I think as every day is the same topic. Which I know some people say, I'm getting it. But I need that. I need that to remind me that I need to work on this, or I need to allow God to work on this. And I think this is probably so powerful for me because of, the way I struggle with, anxiety or just being so nervous to minister. I want to minister. I want to do what God, calls me to do. But on my own, I'm very, very aware that I cannot do it without him. So it does. It really does. This week's really, special to me as far as just reminding me that no, I can't do it without him. And that's okay. I don't want to do it without him. It would be a big mess. So
Have you experienced that?
I experience this. I experience this every time I'm in front of a crowd. Just amazing anxiety, and get so nervous. And right before I usually walk out on stage or in a crowd, I pray, God, please, let's go together. You've got to walk out there with me, because I cannot walk out there without you.
Don't leave me alone.
And it is amazing how he will calm me. It's amazing how, once he wants me to feel that uneasiness, I'm sure, just to remind me that it's not in my ability. But it's all him, and I'm thankful. And one thing I thought of this morning when I was thinking about our conversation here was, the whole day with the mulch with my kid, if I would have just threw the bag of mulch out there and told my 4-year-old to mulch, the landscaping, and went inside, I probably would have found him in another, neighborhood, or I would have found a big pile of dirt somewhere, with lots of cars and stuff. I'm so thankful that God doesn't just throw us into things without giving us instruction or people to help us or come alongside us and show us exactly what he wants. I'm so thankful that he doesn't just throw us in, the pool, sink or swim, basically. But I'm so thankful that he does come to our rescue, and he does calm us, and he does bring peace. And it's his mission, and it's his ministry. And he's going to give us what we need to complete his mission. And I'm just grateful that he allows us to come alongside him and do that. It's humbling, but it's so rewarding.
Good stuff, Angie.
That was free right there.
All right. Would you mind taking just a moment and praying for those who are listening as they are taking the challenge of learning to be weak, to be strong.
I will. Thank you, Father, so much for this study. We just thank you for your strength. We thank you that you are everything that we need, Lord, that you will never, ever give us a task that's bigger than you are, Lord. It's always bigger than us. But Father, you always come to our rescue. You always walk alongside us, and you always pave the way. And we are so grateful to minister and to be with you and to do life with you, Lord, and to live above ourselves or beyond ourselves, Father. You come in and you just engulf us with your presence, Lord, and you do amazing things in our lives, Lord, and the lives of others. We just thank you for that, and I ask that you just bless all the ears that are listening right now. I ask that you bless this devotion. Father, help us to be closer to you because we have gotten into your word and because you have just multiplied your word in our hearts, and we just thank you for that. We ask that you just bless our day, and we just thank you for what you're doing for us, and we know you have great things for us. Please bless our week in your precious name.
Turned around, living upside down. My life is rearranged.